Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I will present about the difference between a turbocharger and supercharge. In history, the development of increasing sophisticated automotive technology has given birth to renewable car components to improve the performance of the car itself. Call it turbocharged versus supercharged. Even though both of them have the same goal, they apply different working principles. This article will discuss turbocharged versus supercharged, which one is better. The function of turbocharged and supercharged it is itself is to supply a large amount of air into the combustion chamber to increase the thrust of the engine by 50% so that the engine gets the power through the forced induction system. To note, the forced induction system is a system that applies the working principle of adding extra air supply into the combustion chamber. In fact, many car manufacturers have applied turbocharged to cars, especially its racing cars. What is turbocharged? Turbocharged is one the component in diesel engine. They act as a supply of air that has an air density the density of atmospheric air. There will flow into the cylinder chamber to put pressure on the engine power to have extra performance. The working principle applied to this turbocharger or turbo is to utilize the exhaust gas energy to drive a turbine or compressor which suck air to flow into the combustion chamber. With the turbocharger, the air capacity that enters the combustion chamber or cylinder space become excited. The more air that enters, the more fuel is burned and the higher the engine torque that is released. Unfortunately, even utilizing the exhaust gas energy, there are some drawbacks of the turbocharge. This how turbocharge works, and this one missing from Toyota Supra MK4. What are supercharged? In, Initially, the supercharged was only used to circulate air into the iron-making furnace in 1860 at the initiative of Brother Philander and Francis Marion Rhodes from Cornellsville, USA. Supercharged and turbo have the same working principle. Use the forced induction method or induction system on cars, where the way they works in that they both plumb compressed air into the engine intake to the combustion chamber. The compressed air can increase engine power by 246% when the air supply increases. The used fuel in the combustion process is also more. In the supercharger, it takes a pair of hollow loops or rod supercharger or twin scroll supercharger in the front a screw which function to drive the rotation source component. On average, this supercharged system requires a third of engine power, so it can be said that supercharged are less efficient than turbocharged. Even so, the result of the supercharged works are more spontaneous because of their bursts which start from stationary and low rotation course. This how supercharged work and that engine from that charge 1964. The difference between turbo versus supercharged turbine driving power. Number one, turbine driving power source. The supercharger takes advantage of the engine rotational energy. The drive pulley on the machine will be connected to the crankshaft via a drive belt. The turbocharger utilizes exhaust gas energy or combustion products energy that comes out through the exhaust. Due to the use of the remaining combustion air, it is not surprising that the incoming air is hot air. To cool is required intercooler, but both supercharged and turbo will increase engine power evenly, starting from lower rev to upper rev. Number two, engine power response. Supercharged have a better level responsive of engine power than turbocharged because the power need comes from engine speed. The opposite actually happens to a turbocharged where the energy need is waste energy, which creates a time lag when turning the turbine. The impact is that you will feel the car gas pull a little slow. Number three, the machine damage. The next difference between a turbocharged and supercharged is the impact of engine damage. In the turbocharged, the highest rotational speed of the turbine is 15 150,000 revolutions per minute. Seeing that this number is quite high, you need a good lubricant system if you want to apply a turbocharger to a car. Without lubricant, the turbine shaft will wear out quickly. Number four, the turbo engine construction. Supercharged have a more complete engine construction than turbocharged because there are several special components such as drive belt, gear, shaft, turbine, and pulleys. Well, a turbocharged has a very simple turbo construction consisting of turbo housing and turbine shaft and wastegate. Number five, use the wastegate. Cars that implement turbocharged system usually use wastegate to turn the turbine up to 250,000 rpm, in contrast to the supercharged which is only capable of rotating the turbine at a maximum speed of 50,000 rpm. Six, noisy sound coming from the machine. The weakness of supercharged is the component rub and vibrate, causing a louder sound than the turbocharged. Number seven, compressor maintenance system. As the previously mentioned, a supercharged engine requires an approved lubricant system because the many car components are so complex. Routine special maintenance is required, such as changing the supercharged oil and serving is regular. Supercharged has in our type of oil that is different from engine oil, so you have to really pay attention to the lubricant of the supercharged system so that it can work optimally. Number 4 and number 8, fuel efficiency. The last difference between turbocharged and supercharged is the efficiency is using engine fuel. Turbocharged are considered to have much better level of engine fuel efficiency than supercharged because the moving turbine utilize air or exhaust gas energy, whereas the supercharged applies shaft rotation which requires extra engine load. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.